Hey, this is Anthony from RevZilla. See if you can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Alpinestars Charlie leather jacket, available at RevZilla.com. The Charlie is part of the Oscar collection. It is vintage, it is heritage, it is retro inspired. Oscar was one of the first logos of Alpinestars, and it really ties back close to 50 years. Now, if we look at it, Charlie is next in the lineage. We've seen the Monty, we've seen the brass, we've seen some of these other Oscar pieces that typically have upgraded style. They're going to have the Oscar logoing and treatment like the brass pulls and the Oscar snaps, and then you're going to get the lightweight city armor from Alpinestars. So it's called BioLite, still CE rated, more flexible, still going to give you the protection you're looking for. Now, if we look at it, it comes in two colors. It's the black, and it's got a lot of retro flavor going on here. It also comes in a sand, which is a little bit closer to brown or tobacco. Keep that in mind. Not really a ton of perforation here. From a temperature rating, I'm going to say spring and fall are your best bets. Obviously, you're not going to want to get it wet. And there is a full sleeve removable 80-gram thermal flannel liner, and those 80 grams are really in the body. The sleeves are just lightweight to give a little bit more air blocking. Keep that in mind. So, when you think about the sizing, you see it's a very distinct cut from Alpinestars. I have high-visible bristle to my left, 6 foot, 195. 42-inch chest. Now it's alpha sizes, right? So small, medium, large, extra large. I have him wearing an extra large, and that's because he's rock solid on the 42. And if we look at the size chart, it puts him right between a large and an XL. You could have absolutely gone with a large. It would have been a bit more snug on you. We went with the extra large to show you there's room in the body. There's plenty of room to maneuver. I guess it's a 43 to 45-inch chest here in this size extra large. But I will call this out. That we have some other guys internally, Buzzsaw is one of them, where you put on the large, which he'd be at the top end of that size range, and the arms were still long. We find the arms here on the Charlie to be longer than expected. They're flexible, they have a little bunch or what you'd call stacking to them. Again, they went with a long arm. Now, if you're a taller guy with a thinner chest and you have those long arms, you're loving this jacket because it's gonna give you great coverage. Keep that in mind. And it is more of what I call a classic sport cut, not gonna be overly aggressive race. It's not gonna be overly baggy either. I don't really typically see anything outside of touring textiles that Alpinestars would do that would be more overly baggy. Use a size chart. Remember, if you're in between sizes, up or down, depending on how you want to fit it, you have some flexibility here, especially with the long arms. We'll ship for free. And remember, I'd love to hear your comments, your questions, your feedback. Subscribe to us at RevZilla TV on our YouTube channel. Join the discussion in the comments. Now, vegetable dyed, 1.0 to 1.1 millimeter cowhide. So a little bit lighter weight than race grade. See some punctuation here to get a little bit of airflow. And again, it's natural grain, it's not embossed. So you're seeing the actual imperfections in the animal, which I dig. I think it adds a lot of character to the way that the leather is finished. If we look at it, we talked about the brass Oscar pulls here. Oscar snap across the top. Hey, they got this right. Oh, I touched your beard, gross. But they got this right, which is I can snap it back now. So in summer riding, if I have this cracked open at the top, get some airflow, it's not going to flap around and beat me up. Big Oscar logo on the front, that's going to be part of this style aesthetic. They've stamped it on there, hand warmer pockets, and you're going to see the Oscar hardware down along the cuffs with your big zips. And notice that that opens up quite largely, and then you're going to have down here towards the bottom, still staying with your brass accents, that's going to be your full sleeve liner. Notice that it is very thin, really just wind blocking versus the thermal that's going to be attached to the 80 grams of flannel that are done on the inside. A lot of jacket here. Turn the face that way for me. We've talked about the armor complement. It's the BioLite from Alpinestars, CE rated but very flexible. Actually doesn't detract from the line of this jacket. So you can see it here in place, elbow and forearm are in place. You have some additional punctuation down along the back side of your bicep, and there's a gusset here. That gusset's going to give you a little bit of range to move. I will tell you, as long as these sleeves are, you probably could have got away without having the gusset, because for most guys, they're going to have plenty of range of motion. Moving down here to the waist, notice you do have a very classic buckle and strap style. You have a little bit of a drop seat going on here. Go backwards for me there, HVB. And the back side of this jacket, there's just like every other Alpinestars jacket, there's not going to be a back protector included. You take a level 2 insert for a Nucleon KR1i or KR2i would be the upgrade here. Classic rolled collar, classic style to it. Come back around. It has a little bit of Euro flash as we talked about. Let's open it up. And if we open it, you get the perforation behind, placard right behind your brass zip. And then you're going to have on the inside here, a snap away flannel lining with a nice satin, highly finished inner lining. And notice that leather continues through, and you're getting that perf leather up here along the collar. On the left side, you should have your Napoleon pocket, true to form for Alpinestars. But again, just over the $500 mark, very, very distinct style here in the Oscar Charlie, which is going to be that Charlie jacket, again, that same family as something like the Monty or something like the Brass. Now, next step in your journey is click the info button on your mobile, your desktop device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. And for God's sakes, man, read other rider reviews of the Charlie jacket by other customers at RevZilla. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla TV, our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion on the latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.